And before we forget, if you want to reach me on my IG,
Yes.
it's at DJ Ron Nelson. Just so we've forgotten 3 times.
Yeah, we've forgotten 3 times. I usually start the show with it and I end it and I mention between, but you have so much guan in.
Yeah, mahalata guan.
Yeah, the IG is like just somehow slipped away.
Yeah, at DJ Ron Nelson. Same with the social media platforms.
So
if you want
at
to hear my music.
DJ Ron
Just
Nelson.
remember DJ Ron Nelson. People forget I was a DJ.
You got to put the DJ in front.
Yeah, you got to put the DJ there. So if you want to follow me on whatever social media, check me out. And musically speaking, Spotify, Apple Music, that's where you'll find my music. And you can buy it on iTunes at DJ Ron Nelson again.
Right.
So I just wanted to say that before I forget, because I'd probably leave here saying, oh, you know what?
We weren't going to let you forget.
This or that, you know what I mean?
We've got some text messages here. Baby G says, good morning, Red and DJ Ritz.
Baby G.
Wonderful mix on the drive to school. Even better hearing Ron Nelson's voice on radio again. After all these years, he's a legend, and we got to pay enough respect for his tenacity and his vision and the successes that he's had over the years. A lot of us got our first taste of hip-hop via Ron Nelson. Big up yourself, Ron, with much love.
Big up.
Okay, I keep getting this text message. I don't know why everybody's asking, and Delano just said it. Ron, remember I told you I was going to ask you this?
Yep.
Ron, how did you cross over from hip-hop to reggae? Please tell them.
Absolutely.
Because they want to know.
Okay, well, hip-hop started getting commercialized, and I had done my tenure at CKLN as a driving force, as a broadcaster, DJ, and I had all these young people around me, you know, guys like Mastermind, DJ X, Cyclone 457, you know, Thrust, 10K, all these kids basically wanted their turn now, because again, hip-hop is youth oriented, and they saw me doing too many things at once. I'd own a house, I had a recording studio, I had the radio show, I was bringing up concerts. It became like a full-time job, and they saw something that I wasn't able to see, which was, Ron, you don't have enough time physically to absorb yourself in the music the way that you would like. Let us do it. So I'm like, you know, why not? I was at that point the most secure person in the world, and there was one little fire burning in me that people didn't pay attention to. But the last Saturday of every month on the Fantastic Voyage program, I started playing this new kind of music. Reggae had transitioned into something called dance hall, and David Kingston was a reggae ambassador. And at some point in time, he left the station, and a woman named Marva Jackson, the program director, gave me his show because I'd been filling in for him for some times, and I didn't know his music very well. I was not really into the older reggae and the foundation stuff. I was into this Vibes Cartel and the new dance hall that was starting to bun up the place, you know? So I started pushing that now with the Friday Night Reggae Medium format, and it basically switched to a whole different type of movement that also supported the local concert scene that was going on in reggae and stuff. So all the promoters started gravitating, all the DJs started coming down, and to me it was the last on the ground left. I think dancehall reggae right now still is the most beautiful hidden gem that we have in our city. Dancehall sounds, they can't win Juno Awards. They don't qualify. They're not recognized yet by the powers that be as real entities in our music system, but they are a driving force for music in the city, and they should be recognized. You know, if it wasn't for the homophobia in dancehall would be so much ahead right now, but that's one thing you can't take out of the music, and it creates a lack of corporate sponsorships, right? Because people will shoot themselves in the head when one person says the wrong thing at one event. There goes the sponsorship, right? So dancehall is just raw. It's uncultivated. That's what makes it beautiful. And the people who are living dancehall, they like the way it is. Even though it's changed recently, they like the fact that other people can't get into it easy. You can't just step inside dancehall and start dancing on the floor like you would at a pop event. You have to kind of understand what's going on, and you have to put up with the DJs talking over every song in between. At first, that was noise to me. When I first got into dancehall, I'm like, why are they ruining the music? They're talking over every song. Well, guess what? back then I was into mixing music, transition, just like Ritz. You know what I mean? You know what it's like. We beat mix. We know the beats per minute. Dance hall had nothing to do with beats per minute.
That's right. That's facts. Yeah.
And there's an advantage
it.
to that. The greatest thing about dance hall music is that we have people who program music. They see how much time that they have, and they have to play the best songs between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock, let's say. If it was R&B or hip hop or pop, it doesn't work the same way. They have to mix seamlessly, and so people keep dancing without knowing the songs have changed, and that's how they create their vibe. So at the end of those 2 hours, they miss some songs that they should have played. But the programmer in reggae now says, if I only have 2 hours, I just got to talk between every tune. See? I mean, I play the big tune them and mash up the place.
Yeah.
And we have success in both genres. It's kind of, like I said, dancehall music, when I came into the business, guys like Ricky Turbo were saying, Ron, you're going to clean up the business now. You're going to be the best thing for the dancehall, man. You're going to fix it. I couldn't fix it. Dancehall is unfixable. You know what I mean? It's got to stay in its natural, raw element, and that's the beauty of the music. And that means right from the artists themselves down to the producers, to the music that we play, and the DJs who play it, and the people who consume it.
And then where it came from.
Exactly.
It's organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love dancehall almost as much as I love hip-hop. I'd say there's 50-50 between both of them. But when I left hip-hop, it was partly because I knew that dancehall was waiting for me, and I wanted to go into a non-commercial, deeper underground that was kind of fascinating me, and I wanted to understand more about it, and I don't regret it.
I feel like you should teach a course at Ryerson or something.
Well, I taught hip-hop for 11 years at York University.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It was
I
the
didn't know
first
that.
hip-hop
Okay.
course in Canada, actually. So
Really?
I lasted 11 years doing that. I feel
Ritz,
really good about that.
you went to the school at Ron Nelson?
Right?
Yeah, I met people at the award show who said they were my students. They were
Are you
they were
serious?
award recipients themselves, and they said, I took your course. I meet people all the time who took my course, and they're all saying, yo, it was a great course, Professor Nelson and stuff like that.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
But
I'm
I got to
amazed.
talk the history of hip-hop. I mean, there's nothing better.
Well, you should continue.
that.
You are teaching us. We got to take a short break. We'll be back in a few.
That's
more
nice. I
with
like how you put
DJ
that.
Ron Nelson. It's Flow 98.7. Flow 98.7, Toronto's hip hop and R&B. Tona EST featuring Jimmy Yiddy. Some Canadian flavor for you. The time right now, 9:40. Morning Flava coming through with the fire. DJ Ron Nelson.
In the house.
Bossy.
Yo.
We're
Trying to
having
get
some
that morning
fun.
voice.
Listen, it's been so good, but we're not done yet.
I've had fun.
You have a track that you want to introduce to us.
Yeah. Well,
Let's do it.
The album's coming out, and I'm going to be unselfish here and leak another track that nobody's heard before.
Nice.
And it's an Alex G production. The music for this one here, it was when I decided to do an album, this was the first music that I heard that I said, give me that. I want to do something on that. So yeah, it's called Champion, and big up Queen for the inspiration. They've got the biggest song in the history of champions, and I'm trying to create one myself right here. So there we go.
Let's go. Flow.
Ron Nelson, the great blessed, we are the champions. Okay, then. We are the champions.
I'm a quarterback. I'm like a wolf pack. I'm in the top 10 big money contract. And I'm a superstar. I'm like a brick wall. No time for losers, no time to look back. Yes, I'm a champion. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I star in this game and I kill with no shame. The best of all time. I score in overtime. Go watch me replay. I make the big play. We are the all-stars. We are the North Stars. We take no prisoners. We're champions of all. You wanna throw down, so let it go down. You try to rush me, I score the touchdown. I'm on fire, I don't tire. I retire, you're a liar. I'm explosive, locomotive, scorcher, torture, fear enforcer. I'm the winner, you're the loser. I'm a fighter, player, slayer, strong man. I'm the big man. We're the big team with the big man. Show no mercy. We're bloodthirsty. MVP University.